Love, light, and blessings. Shamanic Priestess here, and I'm recording this video for my new setup. I get this question a lot, so this video is catered to anyone who has been reading with me and possibly hasn't done any of my specialized readings, because this is going to go into details of pretty much what to expect from me when it comes to my readings. And the different types of readings and things like that. So this is for anyone who's already working with me, anyone who's thinking of working with me that watches my channel, or if you're referring somebody to get a reading from me, because I do have instances where clients pay to other people to get a reading with me and they want to know basically what to expect. So this is pretty much what this video is going to entail, is pretty much how I individually perform my readings and things like that. So for those of you that don't know, I am someone who has been doing this for the last 8 years, professionally, well, 15, but I've been in my spiritual path 15, almost 16 years now, and professionally reading 8 years, and just like full-time doing this, I'm gonna say about 7 years. Okay, so it just turned 7 years. I've been reading individually, like my website, it's on its 3rd year anniversary. Yay, because I opened up my shop in 2017, and I have just been, it's a beautiful thing to see how everything has grown, and things like that. I was a full-time reader on a psychic hotline for many years, and then about 3 years ago, the spirits wanted me to be my own boss and make my own website, and that's when I created my YouTube channel. I created my YouTube channel for both advertising myself, connecting with like-minded people, and also holding a space for Afro-Caribbean spirituality and indigenous spirituality, and things like that, and breaking down the stigmas and the stereotypes that some people may have about these practices, and things like that. I am a psychic. I have many psychics in my family. We've been doing this path that I can trace it back to since the 1800s, and this is a family practice. There's always at least one person within the family that's chosen to do these practices and do professional readings for others, and be a healer, and things like that. So in my siblings, with my mom, they chose me to take over from my mom. So basically she passed the torch to me, her mother passed the torch to her, my great grandmother passed the torch to my grandmother, my great great grandmother passed the torch to my great grandmother, so on and so forth and so forth. And from what I've seen, is usually the female child. So, and then I'm going to be passing the torch to one of my 4 children. I feel like possibly maybe even 2 of them. So with that being said, so that's the perspective that I do readings. I don't call myself an intuitive, and I'm not a reader. There's a difference between a reader and intuitive. I have psychic abilities, so I perform my readings from that space, from being psychic, and things like that. So I just wanted to put that out there. Okay, I no longer work on the psychic hotline. I left them. In the first year, I was working part-time in the psychic hotline, and also I worked both on the psychic hotline part-time, and then I was working part-time in my website, doing personalized readings. However, in the last 2 years, I'm completely been able to get off the psychic hotline and specifically focus on my tarot-based business, my spiritually based business on my website. Okay. And with that being said, I like doing either phone readings. If you live within the United States, I always do live readings. I don't do pre-recorded readings. I don't do video readings. I don't post videos on my channel and use your initials and do it. I don't do that. I like to do personal readings, individual readings. I like for us to conversate, feedback. I love people asking questions. You don't have to send me pre-questions. I don't need all of that. I just need a first name, a specific question. If we're reading about a third party, their first name and a specific question. That's all I need. I don't need a lot of things to connect. And people that have worked with me know, like, once the appointment starts, I just start doing the reading. I don't need all this stuff to connect. I do all that stuff before our appointment. Is why I spaced them out anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes between appointments, because I do back-to-back appointments. That way, if there's tech issues, maybe a person's a few minutes late or whatever, I do give you a 10-minute grace period. If you are more than 10 minutes late for the reading, I do reschedule you and things like that, because I have to be fair to the person who has the following appointment. I don't want to be late to their appointment. I also give myself the same thing. I might be 1 or 2 minutes after your appointment because I'm setting up or whatever the case may be. But unless I message you and some family emergency happened, your appointment will happen. Okay. So yes, my readings are timed. I have 1-question readings, which are quick, 8-minute, just one question, yes, no question. It's not a reading that's meant to go deep. It's just for those that just have that one burning question and they don't need this long reading and things like that. I also have my 15-minute reading. You can ask how many questions you want within that 15-minute window. I have my 30-minute readings, I have my 45-minute readings, and I have my hour readings. Okay, so anywhere from 8 to 1 hour readings I am performing, which also takes me to on a daily basis, so anywhere from 5 to 6 days a week. I do an 8-hour workday. I divide that because I have children and obligations and things like that. So in the morning before my kids wake up, my appointments can start as early as 6 o'clock in the morning, right? Or in some days 7. So I will do readings anywhere from 3 to 4 hours in the morning. Then after that last cutoff point, I'm going to do, because my 2 older kids, they'll feed the little kids breakfast and all that stuff. I'm going to do housework, and I'm going to do, make lunch for my kids and sit and have lunch with my kids, and I'm going to make them dinner and baths and, normal life, family stuff. So after the morning readings are done, it's family time. It's, whether I'm going to the supermarket, I'm running errands, whatever the case may be. If I have time, I may record a video or something, right? Things of that nature. It's also time when I'm doing classes. I do take advantage of that time that I don't have readings to record the videos for your classes or writing material and things like that. So it could be reading, writing, family time, whatever. After my kids are in bed, so my kids are in bed by 8 o'clock, everybody's in bed. So after 8, I start doing my readings again. And that can be anywhere from 3 to 4 hours. After the readings are done for the night, then I'm doing spell work. I'm venerating my ancestors. I'm in ritual, and that can take, depending on how many workings I'm doing, that could be anywhere for another 1 to 3 hours, depending how long the ritual lasts. Then I'm gonna take my, do my personal care, because I do like to take showers in the morning, and I do like to take showers before I go to bed. I'm gonna get my pajamas on. I'm gonna drink my chamomile tea. I'm gonna watch the news and see what's going on with the world, and then I'm gonna go to bed and I'm gonna start my day all over again. So that's my day. So that's why there is no same day readings, and there's a 1 to 7 day period. So the earliest you might get a reading from me could be the next day, or it can be the following week, depending how booked up I am for that week, because I'm doing anywhere from 8 to 12 readings a day. And remember, like I said, some readings can be a whole hour. So the longer the readings, the less I'm able to perform, of course, because, like I said, I divide my 8-hour work day between mornings and evenings, okay? And sometimes I've even been known to do 14 readings in one day, if there are like a lot of people booking shorter readings and things like that. So when I say I can't do a same day reading, that's the truth. That's also in my website. So it's there. It says literally 1 to 7 days or more because it depends on your schedule. It depends on my schedule and things like that. So yes, so no same day readings, okay? Now, what can you expect with my general readings? With my general readings, they're basically readings on any areas. I cover love readings, so if you're wanting to know, will I find love? Will I ever get married? So it's not based on a specific person. I do readings like that as well. I also do readings with current relationships, exes, if they're coming back, whatever the case may be. What are their thoughts about you, things like that. What are the intentions going forward? And if the client wants, I do give time frames. So within this time frame, you can expect this prediction to come true, so on and so forth. So I do predict the future. I do forecast. I do sense the energies that are around the situation and the way things are currently going. This is the outcome that I'm seeing for you. But I also perform in my readings manifestation. So I don't like the outcome, somebody could say. So then we will do, what can you do to change that outcome? Is this changeable, right? So sometimes it's just a no, but sometimes depending on the actions we take, we can change an outcome that we don't like. So no matter what type of reading we do, my clients always feel empowered. Within these same readings, you can mix love questions, career questions, finance questions, relocation questions, court outcome questions, business mentorship questions, spiritual, like some people book these for like a follow-up if they had like a spiritual investigation and they want to learn how to set up an altar, things like that. I've been known to do that outside of my classes because maybe these people can't afford the classes and they just want like one session to just know at least how to build an altar and what kind of offerings a specific spirit will like and things like that. I do readings like that as well. In some of my readings, some people might need help and they need like a spiritual prescription. So in some readings, depending on the situation, I might send them a prayer or a bath to do or something like that. Okay, so general reading is just that. It's a general reading on many different areas of your life. General readings are not spiritual investigations. However, if you want a spiritual investigation, please book a spiritual investigation. If you want an angel reading, book an angel reading. If you want an energetic reading, book an energetic reading. If you want a paranormal reading, book a paranormal reading, because these readings take a different type of prep time and preparation, and I'm working with a different energy, so I have to at least know that's the type of reading you want so I can cater that reading, because it's a different energetic reading. It's a whole, this is not a predictive reading. This is not just a tarot. This is something else, right? So yes, so I do third-party readings. My readings are either through phone or Skype. You can either choose to have your webcam on in a Skype session or have your webcam off, but all my readings are live either via phone or via Skype. I don't use Zoom. I don't do anything like that. It's Skype or phone, and phone only if you're within the United States. Okay, so these are the different types of things that I cover in my general time sessions. Okay, predictions, how can we manifest the things that we want? I cover areas like love readings, career, what is my life goal, what is my life path, and things like that. Am I going to get a promotion? Anything to do with that. Finances, are my finances going to stink? Am I going to get money? Anything to do with money. Relocation, should I relocate? Should I stay? Things like that. I have a pending court case. Would the judge rule in my favor? What can I do in order for the judge to rule in my favor? Is there anything I can do, or is this just like destined? I've done readings like that. I'm setting up my own business. Like, what do the spirits have to say about that? Will I be successful? Da, da, da. I do readings like that. Again, I want to set up an altar. We had a spiritual investigation. I want to do a follow-up. That's fine as well. So I can do any of these types of readings within your general reading. You don't have to buy separate readings, or I can only ask love questions. I can only ask, no. You can ask whatever questions you want, as long as they're not angel readings. You want to contact the dead loved one. I don't do that in a general reading, or paranormal stuff, or energetic readings or past life readings. Nothing like that I could cover in a general reading. General readings are more about manifestation, more about predictions, more about time frames, more about third party readings, things like that, general things. My angel readings are just that, they're angel readings. These readings usually are in the 15-minute point because these are more specialized and custom readings. I generally don't see needing more than 15 minutes for these readings because unlike the general readings, these readings you don't really ask questions. These are channeled messages. Angel messages will come through these readings. The angels will let you know what are the things you need to work on. What you might it might touch on the future, but not always necessarily. And you can also find out what specific angels want to work with certain areas in your life so that you can manifest the things that you want. So these are more about manifesting, seeing what angels work with you, and seeing if there's things that you need to work on spiritually through the angels and how to go about that. Paranormal readings are just that. Eloa and Odisha come through a loved one. These are not like, oh, I want to contact Uncle Jim and see. I don't do those types of paranormal readings because I have the utmost respect for spirits. And I feel like if a spirit wants to make contact with you, they will. And they will use a medium to do so. But I don't intentionally go and try to contact someone. I do answer questions like, is such and such happy in the afterlife? Those kind of things, yes. I can do those, but like a mediumship session and where it's like goes really deep and stuff like that, that's only if the spirits allow. So I don't want you to book a paranormal reading and think you're going to get like this mediumship session and all this stuff because that relative might not want to talk to you. So I like things to happen organically. So yes, so this reading is, if maybe a family member has messages, your spirit guides may have messages, the angels, the saints, the Orishas, the Loas, goddess, whatever, like an entity has a message for you, or maybe you're someone who has the gift of mediumship and you're wanting to know how to spiritually protect yourself, or maybe you have a spirit that's haunting you. Maybe you think you're somehow you are being haunted by spirits, you're being spiritually attacked. The paranormal reading is specifically dealing with paranormal situations. Depending on the type of situation, you may be able to ask questions. If not, usually is a channeled reading, and sometimes it's followed by some type of prescription. What can we do if we are being spiritually attacked? It might actually need me to intercede, but there's times that you can do things on your own, and that could pretty much cure the condition and things like that. There could even be some mentorship in paranormal reading because that can even cover, oh, I want to set an ancestral altar. How do I do that? Blah, blah, blah. That could be addressed. So you will get a spiritual investigation first, and then you can do a follow-up paranormal reading if you want to do it that way. Now we're getting to spiritual court investigation. A spiritual court investigation is just that. What ancestral or past life spirits walk with me? Okay, what specific spirits walk with me? What are the spirits that want to work with me within a lifetime? And that's pretty much what this reading will cover. It will let you know what are the spirits in your spirit court that want to work with you, because the first thing that helps you to be successful in any spiritual path that you follow is knowing if the spirits even want to work with you in the first place and working on building those relationships. So this is really good for those that are starting out on their spiritual journey. I have another service, which is an energetic reading. And an energetic reading is to see how are you doing energetically. I'm going to read on if you have any type of imbalances, chakral imbalances, spiritual imbalances, past life imbalances. Our spirit is trying to make contact with you and you're not listening. So whatever spiritual imbalances you have, we're going to cover that in the reading. And I will give you possibly some things you can work on after the reading is done. It might require that you have a shamanic healing, and you can book that, which is a separate service, and we will do that. And that's usually a 2-part service, which I'm going to talk about in the future of this video. The next reading that I do is a past life reading. This is specifically how, it's not every single past life you may have, but it's the most significant ones. How did these past life affect you in the now? What are the past life issues you need to work on in order to live your best life? So this reading specifically is about your past lives, and we're making that spiritual connection. We're talking about who you were in a past life, or who are the people you were in a past lives, and what can we do to heal those issues that you may have had in past lives, and then pretty much manifest what it is that we want in the here and the now. Okay, so my shamanic healings are two parts. One, you're going to get a diagnosis. So this is the issues that you have, okay? So anywhere from 15 to 20-minute session. Then I'm going to make notes of that. And from the notes that I make from that, the next following week, so a week after we've done the diagnosis, we're going to actually perform the healing session. And that I would need you to book an hour of your time where we're going to do a very intense energetic exchange, and we're going to work on the conditions that the spirits said that you have to work on. This healing is custom. So your issues are not going to be the same as somebody else's issues. We all have our individual issues that we need to work on. And so that's the way that I would do, and that is the way that I do my shamanic healings. Now, last but not least, spell work. I am a root worker. And when I said I was taking a break, I'm still constantly doing spell work, but I'm trying to reevaluate right now. I have people that come to me and only come to me for spell work, but they're not necessarily a client. I've never read for them before, and they'll do that pre-consultation reading. They'll pay for the work, and then they disappear, is what's been my experience. And those are the ones that don't have as much success as people that I've already been working with. We do regular readings. They happen to want a spell work along the lines, and I'm in constant communications with them. We have that rapport. We have that working relationship. Those are the people I'm finding I have more success with because they're willing to do the work. I'm finding people that only want spell work and nothing else, and they're not really looking for any being a client of mine or whatever, that they tend to want to get the spell work done. They want to haggle a lot of the times. They don't want to do any of the prayers I send them to do. They don't keep in constant communications with me. So I think I'm not doing readings for people that are not clients of mine. People that are not willing to work with me on a consistent basis, that I know are going to at least do a once a week checkup or a bi-weekly checkup, not only on the work, but whatever else they want to check up on. I'm not willing to do work for you. So I've been saying a lot of no's lately. If you're specifically only contacting me for spell work and that's it, I'm not going to do work for you. And I'm going to start saying that because I've been saying that, and I'm going to continue to say that because I don't want to waste my time. When your spells are not successful, that looks bad on me. Even if you're the one that's not contacting me, even though you're the one that's not doing their part, it still looks bad on me. And so because I'm someone that takes this so seriously, I don't want to work with people that have a misconception of what real magic is. Magic is not just lighting a damn candle, excuse my language, but it's not just lighting a candle, walking away from it and expecting your life to be perfect. That's why I hate the word spell, and that's why I do spell work or rituals or working, because it's working. You have to be willing to make the changes. You have to be willing to go out there and do what you need to do, and the spirits will back you up. But you have to prove to the spirits that you're willing to do the work. And people that just want to spell and never make any type of contact, they have unrealistic expectations of what spell work really is. And those are the people that I'm not going to work with. So I am going to start to do spell work for others. I've decided I like doing it, but I'm only going to do it again after a consultation and with people that I've already done regular readings with, that I already have a relationship with, that have been past clients of mine. New people coming in to it, I'm going to be more skeptic of you, and I'm going to be very reserved, because if you're only coming for a spell and then you're gone and that's it, and you're not really looking for anything else, I just tend to find those are the people that don't want to do the work. And I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste the time of my spirits. I don't want you to waste money on me, because it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen because you don't want to do the work. It's a waste of time on everybody's end. So that's my new thing. If you're only coming for spells, and if your spells are unrealistic, I will tell you, I've told a lot of people no lately because I'm picking up your energy. You're not realistic. You're probably going to be rude. You're probably going to be obsessive. And you're not going to want to pay what I'm charging you. You're going to be this on. Like, I don't have time for games. Like, spell work is serious. It takes up a lot of time. I'm a mentor. I'm a teacher. I do psychic readings. I do specialized readings. I'm a mother. I'm a partner. Like, I have other relationships and a life, so I can't coddle people, and I can't waste time. The people that are doing the work, they are seeing the results and they're getting what they want. And that's why I've had gifts coming in, because people are getting what they want. I am very selective of the people I do spell work for. I've always been. And me, when I've gone against my intuition and worked with people that I shouldn't have worked with, this is when I have problems. So I'm just going to keep listening to my intuition, to my psychic abilities, to my spirits. If I'm not feeling it for spell work, I'm just going to tell you no, like I've been doing. I'm going to stay true to that. And I'm not going to question it, because it's a no. Like, I'm not going to be able to help you. And it's just the way it is. I can't help everybody. I'm not the right worker for everybody. So as selective as some people are, I'm just as selective too, so that's just how I am. And there is a wait list. So currently right now, if I'm going to take on new spell work clients that are willing to do everything that I just said, you're not going to get work done until August or September, because I am currently doing work right now. I have a long list of people I'm doing work for. So there is a wait list, because I am in high demand when it comes to that. And I cannot just focus on spells all day, because I do have to do readings and other things that bring revenue and balance in my life. I can't just, spend my whole day doing spells and altar, you know what I mean? So that's a lot. I can only do but a certain amount of people at one time, and do it ethically and things like that. So that is the end of this video. So that is what to expect from me, from my tarot readings, from my healings, and from my spell work. And I'm going to, anytime anybody emails me about my services, I'm going to send the link of this video to them so they can watch the video and know what to expect. Instead of writing these long emails that sometimes I just don't have time to write out, and things like that. So much love, much light, much blessings. Thank you so much for watching this video. Remember, I connect to the past, present, and future. And 98 to 99% of my predictions come true. 98 to 99% of my clients get the results they want. No one's 100%, but I'm pretty damn well close to it, okay? Much love and light. Bye, guys.